Hello everyone, a warm welcome to Indiahikes, and I'm very happy to see all of you getting ready and prepared to go on your big adventure. You know that Indiahikes stands for safety, and we do everything that is required to ensure you have a safe and a successful trek. However, sometimes on treks, we do run into situations where your trek leader has to take a hard call on safety and send a trekker down. Today in this video, I want to talk to you about 4 reasons why your trek leader may send a trekker down from a trek. I want you to understand those 4 reasons and also cooperate with your trek leader if such a situation does arise on your trek. The first reason why your trek leader may send someone down is if their oxygen saturation falls below a certain safe limit. As a general rule of thumb, oxygen saturation below 80 is a cause for concern. In the mountains, when you're climbing, your body tries to adjust to the lower amount of oxygen that is available. However, if it consistently reads 80 or below, then your body is trying to tell you that it is not able to acclimatize and you must not climb higher. Climbing higher, ignoring these safety limits, maybe ignoring even mild symptoms, can only put you in a very big risk of developing severe altitude sickness. You may even require emergency evacuation, and mind you, in the mountains, emergency evacuations are really tough. Trails are tricky and treacherous, resources are very limited, and communication with the outside world to get help is actually impossible. Depending on emergency evacuation may actually put the trekker at risk of life itself. So at Indiahikes, we are very strict about safety protocols when it comes to altitude sickness, and we do not let trekkers get into a state where they require emergency evacuations. The second reason why your trek leader may turn you around is if your time taken to go from camp 1 to camp 2 is way more than the average trekking time of your team. By average trekking time, we mean the time taken by the moderate or the slow trekkers and never the fast trekkers. So if you're falling behind your team by half an hour or more than that, it means that you're not able to cope up with the rigors of the trek. And climbing any higher is only going to get tougher, and you may not be able to complete the trek in your own capacity. I want to tell you here that trekking is a team sport, and if you're consistently falling behind your team by a big distance, you will need special assistance, and assigning a special resource only for one person is going to deprive your entire team of that resource, thereby putting them at a safety risk. You can avoid this by actually preparing well for your trek, and mind you, any trek in the Himalayas takes at least a month of preparation, and do not postpone your preparation for the last 10 or 15 days. The third reason why you can be sent down from a trek is if you are found smoking, drinking, or even carrying alcohol on the trek. Smoking at high altitudes reduces your lung capacity and makes you susceptible to altitude sickness. Drinking, on the other hand, brings down your core body temperature and makes you very vulnerable to hypothermia or even the deadly HAPE. Now, after having known all this, if you are still found to be smoking or drinking or carrying alcohol, our trek leaders are not going to have any sympathy on the trekker, and he or she is going to send the trekker down. The fourth reason why you can be sent down from a trek is because of inclement weather, both heavy rains or heavy snowfall. Now, sometimes on treks, we are hit by incessant rain lasting for hours or even days. Such rainfall tends to leave the trail slippery, slushy, and prone to landslides, and trekking on these trails are risky not only for trekkers and staff, but also for pack animals, which may slip and fall to death. Rivers and streams tend to swell up, making them extremely risky for crossing. Heavy snowfall can also cause serious disruptions on a trek. Snow tends to accumulate almost waist deep or even chest deep, making it impossible for anybody to trek through them. The only option we then have is to wait it out until the weather clears and the trails are reopened again. When we run into inclement weather like this caused by rain or snow, your trek leader can take a hard call on safety and turn the entire team around. So these were the 4 reasons why your trek leader can take a hard call on safety and send you down from a trek. 2 of these reasons, the average trekking time and the no smoking or drinking rule, are well within your control. Prepare well for a trek and do not smoke or drink. The other 2 reasons, caused by altitude sickness or inclement weather, are not in anybody's hands. If we do run into such a situation, then learn to take it in your stride and come back again next time. At Indiahikes, we are always there for you to come back and complete your trek.